You've probably never seen a powerful person complain. Why? Because they're too busy adapting, enduring, and conquering. The Stoics believe that every word of complaint is a whisper of weakness. While most people waste their breath pointing fingers and mourning misfortune, the Stoic rises in silence, turning obstacles into fuel. The world doesn't care about your whining. It only respects your strength. Today, we're diving deep into why complaining is silently destroying your potential and how to stop before it consumes your life. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to help support our journey. Watch till the end. This lesson might change the way you approach everything. Number 1, complaining shifts power away from you. When you complain, you subconsciously give away control. It's as if you're saying, this thing controls my mood, my day, my life. Stoicism teaches that the only thing we can truly control is our response. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that external events cannot harm the soul. Only our reactions can. Complaining gives that reaction over to something else. Think about it. If it rains on your birthday and you spend the whole day complaining, the rain didn't ruin your day. You did. By choosing to focus on the inconvenience instead of adjusting to it, you chose weakness. The Stoic path would be to adapt, find beauty in the rain, or at least accept it without resistance. Every complaint is a missed opportunity to take responsibility. A flat tire, a rude coworker, or a missed deadline. None of these deserve your energy in the form of complaints. They require action or acceptance. Complaining does neither. It stalls you in limbo. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Complaining feeds that suffering. It exaggerates minor problems into major ones. It turns challenges into tragedies and delays your growth. Number 2, complaining is emotional leakage. When you complain, you're bleeding emotional energy. It's like leaving the faucet running while trying to fill a cup. You may not notice in the moment, but over time, your mental stamina drains. Stoics believed in inner stillness, emotional composure. Complaining is the opposite of that. Epictetus taught his students to stay silent in the face of hardship and to respond only when necessary. Why? Because speaking of your misfortunes often amplifies them. Complaining is like feeding fire to your own suffering. It doesn't just keep the problem alive, it multiplies it in your mind. Picture someone who constantly complains about their job. Every day, they repeat the same cycle. I hate this place. My boss is unfair. The system is broken, but they never take action. Over time, this constant repetition becomes their identity. They aren't just someone in a bad job, they become the victim. And the more they speak it, the more they believe it. On the contrary, the Stoic silently reflects, adapts, and acts. If the job is unbearable, they either change their approach or they leave. But they do not complain. They recognize that strength lies in discipline, not in drama. Number 3, complaining builds a victim mentality. The more you complain, the more you begin to believe that life is happening to you instead of through you. You become the center of a tragic narrative where everything is unfair, everyone is against you, and nothing ever goes your way. This mindset is dangerous. It keeps you stuck. Marcus Aurelius faced war, betrayal, and plague during his reign. He could have blamed fate. He could have complained. But instead, he wrote in his journal, reminding himself to stay steady, grounded, and rational. He saw adversity not as a curse, but as a training ground. People who adopt the victim mindset begin to expect special treatment. When things don't go their way, they lash out, not because the world is cruel, but because their expectations are broken. Stoicism teaches us to lower our expectations and increase our self-discipline. The world owes us nothing. Let's take an example from modern life. 2 students fail an exam. One complains about the professor that questions the system. The other quietly studies what went wrong and adapts. Guess who succeeds in the long run? The one who took ownership. Complaining prevents ownership. It turns every setback into a story about injustice, instead of a lesson in resilience. Number 4, complaining weakens your relationships. No one likes to be around a chronic complainer. It drains the room. People may listen out of politeness, but inside, they feel suffocated. Constant complaining makes others feel powerless too, like they're being asked to carry your emotional baggage without ever being invited. Stoicism is rooted in harmony with others. Epictetus taught that our relationships are reflections of our own state of mind. If you're constantly venting frustrations, it's not just a bad habit. It's a sign that you lack inner order. And people sense that disorder. Think of a friend who always talks about how bad their life is. You start to avoid their calls. You don't want to be unkind, but their energy drags you down. That's the social cost of complaining. It isolates you. People begin to associate you with negativity, not strength. Now, imagine instead someone who faces hardship with calm, even grace. They don't hide their struggles, but they don't wallow either. That person becomes magnetic. People admire them, seek their advice, and are drawn to their energy. Why? Because strength is attractive. Complaining repels. Stoicism reminds us, if we want strong relationships, we must first become strong ourselves. Number 5, complaining blocks gratitude and growth. When you focus on what's wrong, you forget what's right. Complaining hijacks your perspective. It trains your mind to scan for flaws, not blessings. Gratitude is a core tenet of Stoic life. Even in hardship, a Stoic finds something to be thankful for. A lesson, a challenge, a moment to grow. Seneca often wrote about death, not to be morbid, but to remind himself that time is short. Every moment spent complaining is a moment wasted. The Stoic way is to appreciate life's beauty, even when it's difficult. Complaining steals that from you. It blurs the good, distorts the present, and postpones joy. Personal growth comes from discomfort, and discomfort is unavoidable. But what complaining does is turn discomfort into resentment. Instead of learning from pain, you argue with it. Instead of adapting, you reject reality. Growth stops the moment resistance begins. Let's say you're stuck in traffic. You can complain, honk, curse, or you can use the time to think, reflect, or listen to something meaningful. One mindset builds frustration, the other builds wisdom. Complaining doesn't change the situation, it only changes you, and not for the better. The Stoics weren't emotionless, they were powerful. They knew that life would throw obstacles, discomforts, even tragedies. But they refused to give those things power over their minds. Complaining is easy, strength is hard. But it's in the hard things that we become unshakable. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to support our journey. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, control what you can, let go of what you can't, and never let a complaint be stronger than your character. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.